Hello everyone, it's AC, your animal companion here. I've got another video for you today. This time I'm going through Orie's advanced BnBs. This is meant to be a demonstration, and I'm just gonna talk through the combos as I do them, talk about why they're good, why I like certain combos more than others, and more than anything, it is going to be me going through every BnB this character has live, and you guys are gonna laugh at me while I drop them. But that's the deal. If I can't do them live, then I don't get to put them in the dock and tell you to do them. So, these are advanced BnBs, so we've moved on from beginner stuff. We are out here trying to optimize damage, so this character, is stronger in tournament because she does a lot of damage. So, we want to push this character as far as her strength, as far as her matchups. You're going to need to start optimizing some of her damage, and that's what this guide is for. So to start off, I just have a selection here of Orie's 10 most important combos. Pretty much every combo that is in this document are derived from one of these 10 combos. I'll go through them real quick. This is the universal BnB, or I might just call it like a DP combo. This is the Orie's bread and butter from like CLR, and pretty similar to her one from in ST. It's still a great combo. A version of this combo works from every one of her hits, but we can do a lot better as far as damage goes. Next one is her 5A optimal. There you go. You see quite a bit more damage on that one. Next we'll do her good starter combo, pretty similar to the 5A one. For both the 5A and the good starter combo, as well as most of her high damage routes, we're going to be doing this 4C into jump 2 and 4B. So this is a very, very important sequence for her combos. I recommend practicing it. Next we've got her far hit 2B, 5B combo, where farther range than her normals can confirm. There we go for that one. Next, we're going to do the 5A, 5C jump cancel route. This is one that you're going to get off a lot of hits, but I'm choosing this air hit 5B to 2 and 4B. That one is named for the pickup, which is Microdash 5A, 5C jump cancel. Okay, next, this is the 2C, 2A whiff combo. There's that one. JC2. JC, J2 and 4A combo. Next one, the 2 and 4C combo. Any hit that you get 2 and 4C. And we are going to the corner, and we will do the corner prorated combo. There's that, and lastly, the corner 5A optimal. See, I'm dropping already. There we go. I think these are really important combos to practice. I think whenever I try to warm up for a tournament or whatever else I'm trying to play, I try to do these 10 combos, both sides, back to back without dropping. That's a really good goal for you if you're trying to play this character and you can hit all of these consistently. You're going to be in a good spot. So let's start off with Assault BnB. The Assault BnB 5A, 5C, 4C into... Oh, see, I was autopiloting because I was talking. It's 5A, 5C, 4C into this, and we're just going to do 6B as the pickup into ADP. $2,700 there for that assault starter. That's pretty good. And a nice thing about this route is because we're routing into this, that means that if we confirm that this is a counter hit or a grid break from our assault, we can do the same start and then confirm it into the good starter BnB that we practiced earlier. So that's for assault. We also do the same prorated combo for 2AA. Just like that. A little note here is, I'm just going to put them to guard random. So, sometimes confirming 2A is a little tricky. So that's why I do 2A, 2C to confirm, even though 2A, 5C would technically be more damage. I think 2A, 2C is a lot easier to confirm on stagger pressure than 2A, 5C. Just like that. So that's 2AA. Let's go to 5A. Yeah, so this is what I'm going to call my version of the 5A optimal. It is not literally optimal, and that's because to get the 5A optimal, you, instead of doing this and instant J2 and 4B, you do the 4C and then slightly delay the J2 and 4B. And I think that's fine. I know a lot of people that go for that combo often. I think that delay is very finicky, and I think the follow-up for that delay is very finicky. Let me show you what that looks like. See how that did 32, 39? The one I do does 31, 32. So it's about 100 less damage. My reasoning for just sticking to the simpler one is because it's pretty much just me preferring to build this muscle memory of instant J2 and 4B off of every single one of her hits, because about half of her optimals in the game do this instant J2 and 4B, so I prefer to just do that all the time and not like stress myself out whether I'm doing an instant J2 and 4B or delayed J2 and 4B for the combo. So this is my version of the 5A optimal. I'm gonna call it that too. Next, we've got max range 5A. This one's a little bit overlooked because they keep steadily buffing the range of 5A, 5C, so it almost always connects. But there's a very specific range, it's like literally pixel perfect, that you can get 5A and the 5C will not connect. I'll see if I can get it here. No, I didn't get it. It's pretty tough. There we go. See? Pretty tough to get, but it does happen that you get that hit and the 5C is out of range. It sucks when it happens. Also, if your opponent is doing something like this, and you whiff punish, it won't happen there because she's using a sword normal, she's way too out of range, but in a lot of situations where you whiff punishing maybe something like a 5A from your opponent, the 5C is gonna whiff, but that hits. So that's why we have this max range 5A, 5B combo. It looks like this. It's just a derivative of the far B normal combo, but since it's prorated, you just do 5C and then you immediately jump cancel it for the ender. Still pretty good damage too. Alright, now we've got our good starter combo that we did earlier. do the 5C, 3C, and then our pickup at the end is 3B, 5C, because that's the good starter version of this combo. Alright, moving on to the 2B, 5B combo. This works off of just regular 5B into this, or 2B into this, or 2B, 5B as a poke string. I really like this combo for the 2B, 5B string because if you don't know, it is a pain in the ass to optimize these hits from Orie. What follow-up she can get depends on whether or not this was a string, it depends whether or not it was a counter hit, it depends whether or not Orie has Vorpal. And sometimes the timing of the combo changes depending on whether she has Vorpal. This version of the combo is extremely stable and should work in almost every situation, and it does good damage. 3230 here is very, very solid. And you could like optimize for like 50 or 60 damage, but then it gets a lot harder to confirm it in a variety of situations. So that's why I prefer this one. Next, we're going to do the 2C, 2A whiff combo again. I love this string, and I use this combo a lot. Couple tricky parts here. Do this into the 6-6B, then you buffer the 6-6C afterwards. And to get that DP at the end, you either need to cancel, like, delay the cancel of the ADP like that, or do what I do, which is let the 6-6C finish and then link an ADP afterwards. So, oops. See how I just let the 6-6C finish, then just do the ADP. That's how I time it. You can also do it with a delay ADP, but I probably can't do that one on command. The only bad thing about that route, it's a very, very good route, stable route, high damage route, but it side swaps. And that's going to be a theme. A lot of Orie's like optimal damage routes will side swap. So here's a non-side swap version. Very cool pickup. If you don't know how to buffer dash normals in this game, you do this, and then I hold 6-6 and B, and it'll buffer it for about 10 frames. So that's why this pickup is possible and consistent. There you go. Next we got our 5C starters. These are going to be our DP punishes mostly. These combos work from 5C, 4C. They do not work from this string, and they do not work from this string. So you're not allowed to do a 2C before the launch. Has to be 5C, 4C exactly. That's the damage route, and like the other one, highest damage route does side swap. But we've got a corner carry version of it too. 3600 damage, still great damage, and it takes you all the way to the corner. Alright, next we've got a jump-in starter. What I'm going to do for this one is I'm going to do it off the most common time I get a regular jump-in, and that's going to be off of Orie's FF. So like this. Whoops, it's supposed to be variable guard, yeah. From this, we're just going to go directly into our 5A route. And I can hit it. Oops. There we go. Still good damage, 3300 damage off the jump in, not bad. And if it happens to get either a counter hit or a shield break, get a little bit of optimization and we get to do the good starter BnB. Okay, what's next? 3C starter. Okay. So 3C is a very fun move, and it gives you good reward on hit. So if you normal hit, you have to link a 2A, which the timing's a little bit weird because the move is so long, but practice it and you'll get this 2A link. It's not that bad. Gonna do that directly into the 5A starter. 3.4, pretty good. You're like, wow, great reward. Well, the counter hit's even better. 3.8 for a counter hit, mid-screen. Also, for this combo, I did the ADP into 3B 5C. You might find it a lot more consistent if you do ADP into 5A 5C. I'll show what that looks like. You lose something like 40 damage, but it still does 3.8. Still a great combo. Alright, next we're going to do this 6B, everyone's favorite move. In 6B, we just do 2C, 4C. We do 6B, 2 on 4B, because that is the best cancel option. This is how you should be using 6B. But since it crumples, you could just do 2C, 4C into our prorated starter. The same combo from Assault and 2A. $3.2, it's pretty good. And if we want to do a 6B link, we do that into our 5A combo. I do not like this 6B2A link optimal that I put on here, but I'll show it anyways. It pretty much only works when you're right next to them. If you're from like out here, it's not going to work. It's going to require adjustments. So I'll show it, but I don't recommend this combo. No, yeah, I do. Yeah, it does great damage, but I think it's a little inconsistent. I don't like it very much. Now we're doing 4C. This is a very fun starter. Even on non-counter hit, 4C 2A whiff, you get a full combo. Most consistent pickup, I think, is that right there, which is the 5A 5C jump cancel route. If you want to optimize this route, there's some really fun stuff you can do. Here's the damage version. That's the damage route. And there's corner carry. Very fun starter. I wish I could get it more. Next 6B starter, your dash B starter. This crumples now, so what we're doing is this. No, yeah, we do good starter, that's right. Oops. Here we go. And now we're doing the 6C starter. So, dash C, great move. I do a lot of dash C into 2 and 4B, so that's what the first combo is going to look like. Do this directly into our prorated starter route. Great damage, 3.4. You want to optimize it, this is what that'll look like. Oops. I messed something up there. Yeah. There we go, 3.5. That's what it's supposed to look like. This next one's a little bit tricky. I'll try to land it for you and talk about it. So 6C, like this. The trick there is you have to link the ADP, and the ADP, it's gonna do significantly less damage if you don't get all 3 hits. That's what it looks like if you get everything. But expect that one to drop a fair amount just because the ADP link is a little inconsistent. Okay, next we'll have jump around a little bit. 5B, 2 and 4B. This is a great anti-air string. You just catch them trying to jump out of your pressure with 5B. Get a full combo. This also works off of 3B. I really like this option as a round start option to call out zoners who are trying to up back. This is what that looks like. For that one, if you get normal hit 3B, you have to do the pickup with 5A 3B, but if you get a counter hit... Oops. You get 3 to 5C. Unless you drop it. That's what that looks like. Next we've got the other 3B hit. Oops. Yeah, I'm gonna get them closer to me. So that's, believe me, it's a really consistent combo, especially if you're using it from a 3-bad anti-air OS. It can get tricky if you're trying to anti-air someone that's like doing it all the way out here. My recommendation would be if you're anti-airing someone from like this range or further, just do 3B, 2 and 4B. But if you're actually doing the assault anti-air OS 3-bad, you can do the 3B 2A with confirm on the counter hit. Alright, so yeah. Now we're on to J2C. This is a hit you get somewhat often if you use it as a throw bait, something like that. You're just trying to crush their lows, you'll get this. It's a pretty simple launch, and then we go directly into 5A, 5C jump cancel. It's a bread and butter. You can also do some fun stuff if you get this hit. If you get this hit, you can just land in like a 5A or a 2A. So the most obvious one is going to be this into our good starter BnB. Stays same side, does good corner carry, does good damage, that was 3.3. And if you want to side swap, which you get this hit fairly often in the corner, that's why I included a side swap route. Wait, I get the jump cancel there, don't I? I do. There you go, 3.5 in a side swap, if you can confirm that hit, which is pretty cool. Okay, next one I'll do variable guard. So I talked about this. These next 3 are just like 3 off of some pretty specific block strings that I like to do. So I'll show what those look like. The first one is off of this block string. I do this a lot and then cancel into 2A. Well, what do you do to confirm 2A if you don't have a 4C? This is the combo I do. It's a pretty awkward starter, so 2.7 and a knockdown, I'll take that. If you like pretty much single hit confirm it, it looks like this. Yeah, I don't get that. No. Sorry. There you go. That's the full thing. 2.8. Next blockstring that we want to consider is this 2A 2C 5A string. I think this is a good one, but can be weird to confirm off of. So this is what the 2A hitting looks like. We're just going to confirm straight to the universal BnB. 5C pickup, or 5C ADP universal BnB. Not too hard. We get the hit with a 2C, we can get this. There you go. Over 3K for that one. Next, this is the Orie meterless side swap string. Oops. It's a meterless side swap. It's very nice as a mash out option in the corner, but in the corner you probably have to delay a little bit more. There you go. 3.2 meterless side swap. Okay, for mid-screen specials now. Let me get cycle. There. So A thrust and double A thrust into CS. You can get a full confirm off this. Just 5C, 4C, good starter BnB. 3.6. It's a good starter. Specials are good starters. Next, we'll do the ace thrust, C thrust. So, you get the same combo off of A thrust, C thrust, and early hit B thrust, C thrust. And this is what that looks like. So for A thrust, you can either cancel this move immediately, get a very early hit, or a late hit, and it doesn't matter. You get the same combo either way. And that's what this is what that combo looks like. It's just going to be 4C. To jump cancel, good starter BnB. Now this string also works off of B thrust, but only off of early hit B thrust. So I'll show it works off of early hit. Just like that. But if you late hit this confirm this B thrust, so you do B thrust and you wait a little bit to do the confirm, it'll drop like that. So when it drops like that, you just let them drop to the ground, do a 2C, 4C pickup, and then go straight into your 5-8 combo. A tiny bit of damage loss, but it's still very stable. Very good confirm to have. Next, let's go into 236B and 236C. So, charge B thrust. This is your best starter, period. You just do 2C, 4C, good starter BnB. That does 4,000 damage. 4,000. Your opponent should be in physical pain anytime they see themselves get hit by a charge B thrust. Make it hurt. You get the same thing from 236C. Not quite as much damage, but 3.9 is alright. Next thing I want to talk about is sometimes you're gonna use C thrust to stop people from jumping. So this is important in mostly like the Hilda and the Yuzu matchup, but there's a lot of matchups where you'll use C thrust to snipe someone out of the air. And when you do that, it can be hard to get that same confirm. So you're going to wait for them to hit the ground, and then just do 2C, 4C into your 5A good starter BnB. I'll show what that looks like. But, see, that's exactly what I was wanting to show. That happens sometimes. Because of the way that they move, sometimes you're like right on top of them and you'll drop. When that happens, oops. I don't know if you saw that, but you can do little micro adjustments, which is either just like micro walk back until they hit the ground and then 2C, or you can do a micro dash forward. Both like kind of auto time and stabilize the combo. I'll try to do both right here. Yeah, I just stood still. I can walk. Yeah, I'm getting the micro walk and then dropping the easy part. There. That's what it looks like with the micro walk back, but you can also do micro dash forward and it doubles as a side swap. There we go. And I think that looks pretty cool. Oops, a little bit too far there. There you go. Okay, so that is it for those, for charge B and C thrust. Next we have B thrust CS. Actually a great starter. You've got one kind of damage one and one side swap route. So the higher damage one stays same side. 6C, 2C, 4C, good starter BnB. Here we go. If you want a side swap, you just do 236B CS and then you do micro dash 5B. There you go. Okay, so those are our Divine Thrust follow-ups. Now I'm gonna do max range A-stand follow-ups. So I put it so that I don't have Vorpal, because this is a very common round start hit that I get, where I'll get this, and sometimes that'll happen. Your 6FF JB JC will just whiff. So this is a more stable confirm from this range, like absolute max range. That should always work. Yeah, getting that. There you go. So that's your max range. Confirm off that one. Also, this one becomes a whole lot easier if you just like omit the last 5C. Okay, moving on. We've got this hit, the 4A follow-up into C-thrust. So this is what the normal hit, what most combos you'll get off of this will look like. Delay, 5C. It's just a DP route. Nothing fancy. You can optimize this and put a 3C in here, and it requires a hefty delay. Oops. There you go. So that one, it adds a fair amount of damage, like 100 to 150 damage. You can get the 3C in there, but you have to delay it for a long time. One more note about this combo. if you're like, sometimes you'll hit it where you're like right here, you're like right on top of them, and if you do that, sometimes 5C will make the combo drop. So if that ever happens, you think that's gonna happen, just do 5 BnB. Oops. There. There it is with 5B. Okay, so going on to 2 and 4B ground hit now. This causes a crumple, so this is like a great frame trap now. It's a safe string ender, and if you ever get this hit, pretty much the combo you're always going to want to do is 6-6-E pickup to the same 2 and 4A combo we did earlier. You have to do 2 and 4A 4C here because they've already been hit by one 2 and 4B, so if you do it again, it's just kind of prorate the combo. Sometimes it'll even drop depending on what kind of hit you got. So that's your confirm there. Alright, next we've got the counter hit. This is a combo that you use off of 2 different hits. It's the exact same. So if you ever get counter hit A stand like this, your confirm is just going to be 6-6-C into the 5A 5C jump cancel route. And it's the same hit as this air hit 2 and 4B. Both of them are starters that use 1 bounce, and your pickup is just going to be, whoops, 6-6-C into the 5A 5C jump cancel route. Good damage, good corner carry, uses all your bounces. You can also just, if you'd like, just pick up with dash 5A 5C. That's also totally fine. And it's nice because the dash 5A 5C will also work off of 5B, like that. But the 5A 5C jump cancel is just very stable route that I recommend learning. Next we've got the JC, J2, and 4A route. So this one from earlier. Very stable route. It does have like a microdash 5B in here, but it's really not bad. Grind it out, you'll get this. Very stable and high damaging route. If you want something that does not side swap, there's a couple options. They do less damage, but they also work. First one, all reliable, dash 5A 5C route. You're losing a good amount of damage, but if you just want to no side swap route that's very easy, you can't drop, that's about as close to an undroppable route as you get. Next we've got the 6-6-B, 6-6-C route. This one's a little tricky because you want to do a deep dash with this 6-6-B. See how I'm like dashing for a little bit. Whoops. Just a DP. There you go. Okay. Next one, J2 and 4B. This one's very easy because it's the exact same thing as the jump-in starter. Off regular hit, you just go into 5A combo. And if it ever gets a counter hit, you go into the good starter BnB. 3.5 off that one. You get a roll off of hits like this. Next, we've got the 2 and 4C combo again. If you don't know, this is one of Orie's best moves. It's one of the most ignorant special moves in the game. you should be using it a lot. And part of why it's so good is because she gets a very consistent combo that is good damage every time she uses it. So I can use it from here. If it hits, I get the same combo. Here, it's the same combo. Jumping, force functioning over. That works. This, it's all the same combo. So, very, very strong move. And this is what the combo is. You're going to do it, and it will hit them on the back wall, and then bounce them back mid-screen. After you do this move, you dash a little bit to meet them in the middle, and then you're going to want to look at your opponent, wait for them to fall into you, and then intercept them with the dash B or jump JBJC. That's what that looks like. 3.9 off of that. Works off the air. Works off the double A thrust. So yeah, very consistent route, very important to learn. You should be using that move a lot if you're not already. The one thing that might be tricky about it is if you are cornered and you use this, you can get the same combo, but it's going to be a long dash. Here's what that looks like. There I missed a hit of DP. Yeah, see? There I got the full one. But you can see how it's definitely a much deeper dash and a little bit tighter combo if you do it while you're cornered. Okay, next 2-2A or 2-2B hit. Very basic hit. Most consistent pickup. 5A, 5C jump cancel around. Doesn't use all your bounces, but that's fine. It does a good amount of damage. Want to do a little bit of an optimization? You can do 2C, 5C. That's what that looks like. If you want to side swap, you can also do that. Oops. So yeah, those are the 2-2 combos. You might be able to optimize them a little bit more, but if you just want a hit that does damage, it's not too difficult. Next, you've got 2-4 BC. We're going to be optimizing this hit right here with the slam. So this move is fun because you can just kind of like set it out and then threaten to throw them, and if they mash your button, you hit them like that. First pickup is of course the 5A 5C jump cancel route. This combo scales a fair bit, so your damage isn't going to be amazing from it, but it'll be fine. See right there, it's fine. You can also do the same side swap route. There you go. Very similar to the 2-2 routes. Alright, next, don't make me regret telling you guys how to do this, but this is hits off of 2-2C and other similar starters. Oops. Very real hard, yeah. There we go. That's what that looks like. What you're gonna want to do is this, and then wait for the 2-2, wait just a little bit, then do 5C, and then wait until the orb is gone, and then do your DP. See if I'm not delaying it. Then they don't get the height. It's really not that bad. Just trying to fall up there. There's that. Yes, it works off your 6B. Very similar thing works off of this. You can't do the jump cancel here because you're out of bounces, but it still works off of that one too. Don't make me regret teaching you guys that. It's oh, it also works off of get CS. There you go. Knock yourselves out, guys. Okay, so next we've got ADP hits. So Orie has a little bit of a privileged ADP. It's 6 frames, which is slow, but if you hit anyone in the air, you get a meterless confirm. Pretty simple. We're just gonna do this, and then you want to see how, like, their height after the ADP, and you either pick up with 2A or 5A. This is mostly, like, you're mostly going to use this whenever, like, you have cycle, they assaulted you. There, I was like, okay, the height looks right for me to do the 2A pickup instead of the 5A pickup. From right there, it's going to look like 5A. So that's how you do that. If you are nice with it, you can do something like, yeah. Do that. So if you, like, know you're going to get it and you do the jump cancel into delay JB JC 3B, you can get a double 660 ender there, which is very fun. Good damage too, 3.2. Next, you can, if you don't feel like messing with the 2A or 5A pickup, you can always do this. Just like that. This lands C-thrust. You can also get the double 660 here, but you have to get a counter hit. It does 3.5. I am not leaving in a combo off of this, and that's because this hit sucks. It is so difficult to get a good confirm off of that, because the 214C just kind of, like, leaves on the other side of the screen. Like, you have to have such precise timing to intercept them. Something you can, like, try to do is something like... Oops. Something like that, and, like, interrupt them before they get launched, but that's pretty inconsistent, and I think it's almost impossible to get on someone who's jumping, and why are you using ADP if they're not jumping, you know? So that's the ADP section for you. Next we've got BDP, so if you don't know, Orie has an invincible reversal, and you can CS it, and get a full combo. Because this uses a bounce, the most consistent pickup is 5A, 5C jump cancel. You can do the same optimization as we've been doing. Okay, so there's that. You can also do like assault into this, so you don't have to do a micro dash. And that's kind of nice. But it works either way. Very fun route. Very fun move to use. You can technically do this, but don't do this. It's just a horrible use of resources. Don't do it. What's a slightly better use of resources is reversal IW. There. So this, you get a combo off of this, and it seems great, but it's such a pain to optimize this. That entire combo did, like, added on, like, 150 damage or something pathetic like that. And that was, like, the most I could get there. And then you're like, okay, well, that looked pretty good. The issue is that if I'm cornered, I can't get that 2C, I have to get this instead. And this one actually did damage. Okay, what if they're in the corner? I can't, like, good luck if you're trying to figure out, like, maximize damage off of reversal IW. It's really annoying. Alright. Now we've made it to the corner combos for Orie. Corner combos for Orie are difficult. I don't have nearly as many optimals, I don't have nearly as many count routes for the corner, because a lot of optimizing hits in the corner is like starter and spacing and height dependent, and it's difficult to do. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you kind of an overview of corner routes, give you some good ones to practice, and then hopefully you can apply that theory yourself. So when we're talking about the corner, what still works there? The best good news is that the universal BnB always works. No adjustments, no additional delays, everything works exactly the same for the universal BnB. So that is wonderful news. Also, any combo that does this, the 5A 5C, or 5C 4C into this, that also still works. So I'll just do the 5A route. You can say it works exactly the same. Additionally, all of the 5A 5C jump cancel routes, those all work. And so do the routes like that. 5B charged V-thrust routes also work. So what does not work in the corner? What does not work is 2C, 4C into this. They just fall out. You can sometimes do like a neutral jump, but really if you're doing 2C, 4C into this, it's just probably going to drop. 5C, 4C works, 2C, 4C does not. And sometimes whenever you're doing something like this, the 3B, 5C, it'll drop just like that. That's because, like, the part of the 2 and 4B that hits them is actually pretty far forward, so if you're too far in the corner, it'll just miss. Okay, so let's go into the corner BnBs. The first one is going to be the universal BnB because it never drops. If you're ever unsure about something, you want a low execution, very stable route, just do this one. It's not a real corner route, it is low damage, but it's never going to drop. And that's useful. Let's get into an actual corner combo, the corner combo for Prorated Starters. This route is not very difficult. The difficult part about it is you're fighting your muscle memory and not confirming into 4C. So you'll see that I do Assault into 5A 2C 3C. That is to confirm is 2C 3C. So if you can get used to that, you do that, B thrust, ADP, jump cancel route, And this does a lot of damage. That's 2.9 off an assault starter. That's very good damage. Do it one more time. I don't think there's anything that's too weird about this. You're going to have to get used to doing the charge B thrust into ADP, because that's the staple of corner combos. But once you get that down, this one isn't too bad at all. Next we've got the corner 5A optimal. So this is optimal from her 5A just in the corner. 3.4 from 5A in the corner. So you just do 4C to immediately start charging B thrust. Pick up with the 3C, ADP. Delay 3B, delay 5B, jump cancel, J2C route. It's not too bad, and it's a very, very, very good route to learn, because off of any of your good starters, you can pretty much go into it. That's the next section. I'm just going to show you 3 routes you can do off of good starters. So anytime you get a good starter in the corner, you can do any of these 3 routes. They're all going to do very similar damage. The first one is just the 5A optimal. So I'm going to do all these routes starting with 5B and show you they all do the same damage. That's just 5B into the corner 5A optimal. It's 3610. Just like that. The second route is going to be a little corner-only evolution of our good starter route mid-screen. We'll do this, and then the pickup here, oops, whenever we land, is get it. There we go. It's 6-6 thrust. This one does 36-13. 3 more damage than the last round. It's a cool little extension. You pick up with a 6-6B into an immediate B thrust. ADP 2A 3B. It is so low that you have to pick up with 2A 3B after the ADP there, but it's a very stable route. Not too difficult either. This next one, this is some real corner route stuff that we're getting into here. Let me see. Do I have anything? Yeah. There we go, that's the third one, and it's just like an evolution of the prorated corner route, and you can see it does 36-11. I'll do it again. It's going to be 5B, 2C, 3C, do this. Yeah, it touched the ground there. This is the first route that's going to use delay A stand, B stand, which is a very important extension for optimizing corner combos, and it is tricky because most of them are manual delays and manually timed pickups, and the pickups vary for each combo. I'll do it again, but this route is pretty tricky. Don't feel bad if it takes you a little while to get it. Oops. Oh, I missed that jump cancel. Okay, I'll do it one more time. Do it one more time. There we go. So, if you get a good starter in the corner, you can do any of those 3 routes. They do almost the exact same damage, all 3 of them. And you can also apply the theory from those starters to a lot of different a lot of different routes in the corner. So experiment with it a little bit and have fun. Next, we've got the corner 2C, 2A with optimal. You still want to do this B thrust just like the mid-screen version, but the 6-6B is not auto-timed in this one. So that's why you have to do a different route in the corner. So what you're going to do is pick up with 5B, and then after the 5B, you do a delayed A stand B follow-up, and after that, you do a delayed ADP for the pickup. I think that was it. Yeah. 3.5. So it's a very nice damage increase off of the mid-screen one if you can do it. Oh, that was it. That was not it. There we go. I think if you are trying to learn a stand combo in the corner, this is a pretty good one to start off with, because you do have to manually delay it, and you have to manually delay the pickup afterwards, but it's not that hard. You can get it, and the reward is a lot of damage. There you go. There is an easier version of it. If you just don't want to mess with that, you can just do the 5B into ADP. Like that. And this is still a full combo. It does 300 less damage. Yeah, that'll drop sometimes. For that one, it's going to get a lot easier if you also delay the ADP. Just like that. Okay, so next starter is the corner 5C. So the good news is your mid-screen DP punish still works. I'll do that one first. Same exact combo, same exact timing. It works in the corner. So that is great news. Whoops. Now I'm gonna attempt the corner DP punish. This one does about 100 more damage. It's worth going for, but it is tricky. There we go. So this is like the corner 5A optimal combined with an A stand extension. Oh, I can't believe I dropped the pull up there. Alright, I'll do it one more time. That drops, yeah. The corner stuff is tough. One more time. I got this. There we Finally. Okay, that was an ordeal, but we got through. You can do the combo, but yeah, that one's quite a bit more difficult for 100 damage. But you can absolutely get it if you grind it out. Next, some easy ones, the corner 6B stuff. So our BnB is still 6B into 2 and 4B because that's the best string to do. It's the safest. In the corner, just get 2C, 5C, charge B thrust. Just like that, 3400. No real tricks to this one, it's pretty straightforward. Then we can also do 6B two-way link. And we just go right into the corner 5A optimal. Whoops. Do that one more time. That one's also pretty easy. Next we've got the super max damage one. If you're brave enough to go for a 6B into 2 and 4 A 4C, just link a 2B there, B thrust, ADP. It's not too bad. Corner 6-6C, also pretty easy. Do corner 6-6B into 2 and 4B, and then just do the same combo as off of 6B. 3.5, almost 3.6 there. Alright, and now we go getting into some real corner shenanigans. So I said earlier that I really like my combo off of that, right? Which is 6FF into JB, JC. So that works great mid-screen. It does drop in the corner only when Orie has Warble. I'll show you what that looks like here. First I'll do the corner combo when Orie does not have Warble. Just like that. It would be such a simple life if this just worked all the time in the corner, but it does not. As soon as I get Vorpal, the JC just whiffs. Really annoying. So there are a couple different things you can do. First of all, first thing you can do is you can just do this into the B follow-up and then just do a combo off of that. Just like that. The problem is that this 6-6C here is manually timed, and you're gonna have to change when you do it depending on your distance and your opponent's height. Or that will happen. And sometimes that'll happen. So I'm not going to try for the 3B5C extension. It's just too inconsistent off of this route. Yeah, that doesn't work. But this is what it looks like. There you go. If you can get that down, then you've got a very nice corner route that does not require a force function off of your B normals. Another one that does require a force function, this one's just going to be the most consistent thing that works with or without Vorpal. You do this, and then you do, instead of 6FF, you do 2FF delay JC. This one does pretty good damage. The only thing is that this pickup, sometimes they're a little bit low. There, and if they're a little bit low, you can pick up with 2A, 3B instead of 5A. Just like that. So, there's some pretty good corner routes for you, but off of B normals, but it's going to be a little bit of a pain to optimize. Next, let's just wrap this up with some corner specials. Not too many. First, B thrust, it wall bounces, so you get a full combo. Keep in mind that since it uses a bounce, you can't do the jump cancel ender, so you just have to get that. There's some distances where you have to microdash 5B, somewhere you just time 5B immediately. Also, if they're jumping, you can get a little bit more. You can get a 5C instead. Alright, next, 2, 3, A thrust, C thrust. You get this a fair amount. This is a very simple, very easy combo. It gets you almost 3.7. It's 5C C thrust. There you go. If you want to do a slightly optimized corner version of that, this is what it looks like. There we go. Does about 30 more damage. Is that worth it? Up for you. You decide. But the route does exist, and I mostly included it because I just want to show some advanced corner theory stuff. Oh, I had it there. I just couldn't believe. One more time. 37-24. Next, we've got A stand follow up into C thrust. Oops. This one is not bad at all. 3.8. Also, if the damage isn't adding up on any of these combos, stuff in the dock, that's because the distance proration is really brutal on a lot of these. Like just depending on the timing of your hits and when you start it, it can vary up to 500 damage. Alright, next hit, 4A, 4B. These ones are also kind of giant pains. The easiest one you can do is just this. You time the 6XC and you just do ADP afterwards. But that one's very easy, you can never drop it. But if you start getting optimal, it's gonna have to go into that. The same thing as we did earlier, just this into, we time it so that they fall into the J6XC and then we charge the B thrust. That's gonna drop, yeah. That drops too. Yeah, I'm not gonna go for 5C. Yeah, just doing that. That's an idea of the optimized version. Try it out. Good luck. And last thing is, if they block the first hit and they only get hit with a 4B, it does not use your bounce, so you can get the same combo. Oh, wow, that did work. You get to jump cancel at the end. Does less damage, but you do get to jump cancel at the end. Okay, and we've got a couple more things before we're out of there. First one is the J2 and 4A hits. I showed this a little bit before. Your mid-screen route still works. The micro dash 5B, very consistent from far ranges like this. So that still works exactly the same, and that's great. Other than that, if you get a hit like this and you're right next to them, you can do the same combo, but you probably, if you're this close to the corner, want to pick up with either 5C or 2B. Here's what that looks like. There's the 5C. 5C B thrust. Just like that. You can also pick up with 2B. The reason is, like, 5B from point blank sometimes misses, like that. So the 2B and 5C can be a little bit more consistent. Alright, and the last thing we're covering is the corner 2 and 4C. So the good news is the mid-screen 2 and 4C combo that we learned earlier. This one still works in the corner, but because they're so close to the wall, the height is going to be weird. See? Sometimes that'll happen. So there's two things you want to do. You can do the same combo, but you might have to pick up with 2A 3B or 5A 3B instead. Like that. The other thing you can do, which is a cool little optimization, is you let all the hits happen, and then you ladder them back down. Yeah, you don't get a bounce there. I don't know why. I thought you did. Like that. Get over 4,000 if you do the ladder properly. Yeah, almost 4,200 there from that hit. There you go. Alright, so I hope this was helpful. I'm going to be chopping this up, adding chapters to it, and still working on the doc. And hopefully you got a couple good visual examples out of here. And see me doing all these combos in one take. So, thanks for watching, and I'll be back sometime soon.